Bipartisan negotiations over U.S. immigration policy are stalling in the Senate. The Biden administration is asking for more than $13 billion in border funding to help with changes aimed at reducing unlawful crossings along the southern border. But some Republican lawmakers are not on board with the plan. For more on this, CBS News immigration and politics reporter Camilo Montoya-Galvez joins us now. So, Camilo, why have negotiations stalled?
Hi, Elaine. Well, it's important just to underscore that these talks have centered around the very polarizing issue of immigration, which, as you know, is one of the most contentious issues in the U.S. Congress, for example, has been gridlocked on this issue, Elaine, since the 1990s. That is the last time Congress has passed any significant update to the U.S. immigration system in 1996. That's when the last major immigration law was passed. These rounds of negotiations are in some ways different because they are tied to this broader debate over whether the U.S. should provide additional aid to Ukraine in its military war effort against Russia. Republicans in Congress, Elaine, have said that they will not approve any additional aid to Ukraine unless the Biden administration and Democrats in Congress agree to some sweeping restrictions on asylum and an immigration process known as parole. Now, I've been told, Elaine, that Democrats, by and large, are willing to make some concessions to tighten some of the U.S. asylum laws to restrict eligibility for those who cross the border illegally. But I've also heard that many Democrats, including one of the lead negotiators, Chris Murphy of Connecticut, believe now that some of these Republican demands are too draconian and extreme. So these talks for now have stalled, Elaine, but it is unclear whether they could be revived. What is important to underscore is that because these talks have stalled, this is jeopardizing this broader White House request for aid to not just Ukraine, but Israel and Taiwan.
So let me ask you a bit more about this funding request. How was the Biden administration hoping that it would help with its overall approach to immigration policy?
Well, as you underscored, as part of the supplemental funding request, the Biden administration requested more than $13 billion with the B in border security funding. And that is an amount that is unprecedented in the history of the Department of Homeland Security and the other federal agencies that deal with immigration. The Biden administration is asking for more money to hire hundreds of additional Border Patrol agents to apprehend migrants, for additional asylum officers to adjudicate those asylum claims, and for additional immigration judges at the Department of Justice to also review the claims of migrants who are placed in deportation proceedings. They've also asked for money to NGOs and cities that are sheltering migrants. As you know, cities like New York and Chicago have been struggling to house the tens of thousands of migrants who either have been bused there by state officials in Texas or who have been able to get there on their own accord. So this is part of this broader spending fight, and it is now in jeopardy, this $13 billion request for border security money, because Democrats and Republicans have not agreed to these asylum restrictions that Republicans have conditioned on any additional aid to Ukraine and border security funding.
I mean, given the stakes that you just laid out, Camilo, I wonder, is there any sense that behind the scenes there are sort of back-channel efforts to get these talks restarted?
Well, yes, Senator Lankford of Oklahoma, a Republican, has said as much, that he believes these talks will still come to fruition, that something fruitful will come out of these talks. He certainly believes that Democrats want to see some limits on asylum, and they do want to see some efforts to reduce those unprecedented levels of migration. Republican believes that they can really get some concessions this time around, not only because the White House, Elaine, is very committed to continuing that assistance to Ukraine, but because the White House, as you know, Elaine, is under this growing pressure to limit the entry of migrants along the U.S.-Mexico border, not just from Republicans who have been criticizing the administration on this issue since really day one, Elaine, but from a growing number of Democrats in places like Chicago, Denver, Illinois, and other places that are, again, struggling to accommodate destitute migrants who don't have family or family ties to the U.S. and cannot access these services unless the federal government provides these localities more money.
Yes, and a situation that we know undoubtedly will be in the spotlight during the 2024 campaign season. Camilo Montoya-Galvez, thank you so much, Camilo.
Thank you, Elaine.